Today's video will be a little bit different. Well, not really, it's more Xbox stuff, but since I'm still waiting on an order to continue on the Slim, while I was looking for a parts 360 for the DVD drive that we did in the last video, I came across this Xbox, which was labeled as is for $7. So this very well could be the cheapest 360. Now there was a couple others. There's one that's like still at 99 cents right now, but it is totally gutted. There's no DVD drive. The fan is just thrown in there, and it's just missing a bunch of other stuff. But this one is actually fully intact. There is no hard drive, but I've got plenty of those. So yeah, we're gonna see if this will even turn on, and then we're gonna open it up, clean it out, and see if we can get it to work without having to replace anything. Moment of truth here. We've got it plugged in, got the HDMI plugged into the TV here. See if anything happens. Wow. Okay, so that is honestly incredibly shocking. See if this opens up. Alright. So, I guess it just has a jammed drive. Now we've got it laying on its side, because I know sometimes with these, when it's on its side, the drive will open, but when it's upright, it gets jammed. I also plugged in the hard drive that I just had on this Xbox here, just to see if that shows up. So the drive does make a little bit of a noise, but okay, so you can hear it trying to open. So I'm sure that the gear that opens it up sounds like it is not actually making contact, or it's getting jammed somewhere. So we'll take this apart and see what's going on. As you can see right now, it says opening, so it is trying to open. But other than that, I mean, the fans are on. It is blowing some air. Now, I do believe this one said it had evidence of some kind of infestation on the inside, which honestly isn't rare. I've opened many consoles in my time, and more often than not, when it's like an overheating issue or something, it's full of dust, but also you can see like either termites or just some kind of small insects. So we'll crack it open and see what we got going on in the inside. Faceplate is off. We can see it looks like it has been opened before. This is our warranty sticker. There was a little ball of dust right here, but other than that, nothing weird. Top vent is off. Starting to see some more dust in there. Oh yeah, especially under the DVD drive. I'm sure that thing's just full of dust, and that's why it won't open. Still has the metal shielding, which was always the first thing I took off. I ended up having a huge collection of those. Bottom vent is off. Surprisingly pretty clean on this side, other than the bottom of this vent. Maybe somebody just kind of halfway cleaned this to make it look a little better. Here we go, removing the top piece. Alright. Now, there is a lot there. Some clumps in here. It really just looks like dust. I don't see any like dead termites or insects or anything. But this looks like it'll be pretty easy clean. We'll get all these outside parts, give them a little bath, pop this out, open the drive, see if we can clean it out or see if something's actually broken in there. Pop the motherboard out, clean it all up, and I think this thing will be ready to go. Alright, first things first, I need to put my clothes in the dryer. Here we go. Got the rest of it vacuumed up, and I just kind of took it outside and brushed it off. We'll clean it more thoroughly later, but we're just trying to fix this. So we got the screws out of here, which, by the way, is very dirty. That's definitely the problem. But this is a light-on drive. This is the exact drive I needed for my disk drive in the other video for the internal water-cooled FAT 360. So I could have just bought this one, but I'm glad I already solved that problem, and now I just have another Xbox, because I think if we just clean this out, it will be fully functioning, and then we'll be able to take it apart again, actually clean it, you know, new thermal paste, and we'll probably actually just use this one for that other internal water-cooled build that I plan to put up for sale. So, plus it's an Elite, so won't really need to paint the outside if I want to do black, since this shell is actually in pretty nice shape, other than missing the doors, which I can salvage elsewhere, or we'll just use a different faceplate. Anyway, we're gonna need to clean this out. This is definitely what the issue is. I guarantee if we just clean all this hair and dust and clumps out of here, that it'll probably open. Now, I doubt just vacuuming it out and brushing it off is gonna make it work. But we got it back in here, and we got the shell off so that we can at least try and see what's happening. Alright, so, oh! Alright. Ooh. Try that one more time. And look at that. There we go. Now I just unplugged it while it was open, so now I can really get in there, clean it a little better. But apparently that's all it was. It was a bunch of clumped up stuff, probably on this spindle here, and it just wasn't letting it move. So we'll clean it up a little more, and I guess that's it. We'll put it back together and at least try out a game, make sure it works. And then, yeah, this will be set aside for the next water-cooled project. And then we'll be getting back to the Slim and finishing that one up next. Quick test here. Make sure that opens. So it seems like now that the case is back on it, it doesn't want to open. Interesting. So I assume that means it's that top spindle that's connected to the top piece that holds the disc in. Maybe we've got to clean that out a little better. I didn't check to see if that was spinning freely. Alright, so back to this Elite. It's a few days later. We had the problem with the disk drive not opening. Turns out the top spindle was broken. There was a piece missing, so there wasn't really much I could do with it. I tried finding just that spindle piece, but it turns out the best route was to get a $20 DVD drive. If I found this other part somewhere, even for a few dollars, and then, you know, a few dollars shipping, about twice that much, I got a whole new drive, obviously without the board. That's something you have to swap over. This is keyed to the specific motherboard. So you can't just swap out the DVD drive, you gotta swap out the motherboard as well. And unfortunately on the light-on drive, these are all ribbon cables, but then you've got these for the motor that actually opens and closes the tray that are soldered on. Luckily they are right here. You can see they left them in the correct order, hopefully. I assume they've been in that same position for long enough that they're pretty much just stuck in that spot. We'll trace the wires back and double check, but basically just turn on our soldering iron and we just hold it onto each one of these until the wire's loose, pull each one out. Then we put this over here. There should still be enough solder on there to then just do the same thing with these and then tap these all back on into place, plug in these ribbon cables, pop it in the Elite, and make sure it reads games. And then again, this was $7.99, I believe, was the full cost. And then yeah, it turned on, and This drive wouldn't open. I tried cleaning the belt. It would open with the case off, but with the case on, wouldn't work. Long story short, this should fix everything. And then if everything works, we're going to take it apart again, clean it completely out, and we're going to do some modding to it, similar to this one. We have yet to post that. Well, I don't know by now if this video is up or not, but yeah, I haven't filmed it yet. The final reveal on that last Red Ring of Death Xbox. But anyway, let's get into this DVD drive, and then we'll see if it works. Alright, we got our board swapped over, got this new drive in, everything works perfectly, upright, horizontal, opens just fine, reads games, so we did everything right there. You can see I already started swapping stuff out now that everything's working on this $8 Xbox, although now it's $28 with the drive. I have a RGB, I guess not RGB, it's just rainbow color, each one's a different color, Ring of Light board on here, but I did get a different one. Since this is an Elite, I don't really want to change the color of it, although I will still be painting it. I'm going to repaint it with a black primer, and then I might use a different kind of black top coat. We'll kind of see, maybe some kind of metallic or something. This side will still be cut out. It will be similar to this one. However, the fan I have for this one is much thinner, and this one, you can tell that there's, something sticking out of the side. This one, it'll still look like that, but it'll be a lot slimmer, and I don't know, it might look a little cooler. So this one has red LEDs. The outside is like a ghost clear, like a black clear, or smoke clear, whatever you want to call it. I am going to be using this faceplate, Grand Theft Auto 4, which I don't want to say it's a rare faceplate, but it is harder to find. I got this one for $30. It was the last one that seller had. The next one I saw was about $50, but I swapped out the clear button from the clear faceplate, which is actually on this Xbox. So we're going to put that on there. Like I said, I got a different Ring of Light board. It's going to be white with a red center. Should look pretty cool through here and match pretty nicely. I think we're going to use the white bezel and have the ghost case smoke clear eject button. That will go up there and kind of match the infrared reader here. So that should look nice. Got this sticker here. Put here. Now for some reason Grand Theft Auto stickers, like legit ones that came with games or whatever, are really expensive. This was like $5. Probably gonna put it on the back side of the drive. Of course we'll have the hole cut out like this one, so you'll be able to see partially inside. I kind of want to mount the one on this one more in the middle if I can. That way you can just kind of see the clear fan tunnel. And in this one, I painted the clear fan tunnel with that glow-in-the-dark paint, so it's no longer really clear, it's kind of opaque. I want to leave this one clear, and since I don't have any more Talus Moon fans, and you just can't seem to find them anywhere anymore, I'm going to be cleaning up these fans, see how terribly dusty they are, as well as the whole motherboard and everything. Cleaning that up, I think I want to paint the fans, or at least the frame, white, and then with that glow-in-the-dark. That way you can see that through here. This one will still have a UV light down here just to help with the glow-in-the-dark stuff, and then probably a red light or something on the other side. And then we're going to paint the DVD drive white with the glow-in-the-dark over it. It should still look mostly white, and then I think I want to do like a blood splatter all over here, and then have the the waste sticker on the back. Nice clear coat. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto here, and then we'll probably do a couple other little things. But first things first, we're gonna get this thing apart, clean it up. We'll get into all the painting and other mods in the next video for this one, and then we will have a final reveal of both of these finished, and then we'll finally move on to the water cooling stuff again. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. I don't really need to show all that. And I will see you in the next video where we start modding this thing.